As a city, we are committed to the future of being a smart and sustainable city. We have high ambitions around becoming carbon net neutral, and as a city, we really are committed to creating a place where we want people to invest their lives, invest in their careers, and have an opportunity to live rich and fulfilling lives. Now, part of this is understanding which are the sectors that we need to invest in as a community to make sure that we are creating those high-value jobs. And so we've developed a program of work called the Supernodes. Now, many of you will be familiar with the Supernodes. They are industry clusters which are aligned with future growth opportunities. And through this work, we're looking to really leverage the local advantages that we have, connect that with industry, connect that with our learning community, and therefore grow critical mass within these sectors. The sectors themselves are aerospace and future transport, which presents an enormous opportunity for Canterbury. We've got a really strong natural environment, strong manufacturing and engineering sectors, and it makes Canterbury the obvious place for really testing technologies in this space and helping humans understand how they can move around the planet in different ways and leverage some of the technologies that we have here in Canterbury. Our food, fibre and agri-tech Supernode really plays on the strength that we have in Canterbury around the food bowl that we are situated within, and our strong understanding of farm-based systems and technologies to support future food and fibre. Health tech and resilient communities speaks to the strength that we have within our health workforce, but also our experience in the post-quake decade, where we really do now understand what how a community under duress will respond, and some of the technologies that we need to support a community through significant disruptive change. And then all of this is supported by strength within our high-tech services sector. And of course, it goes without saying that technology now underpins every single one of our sectors, and certainly a great many of our businesses. Now, to help us understand how to further develop our supernodes, we've spent a lot of time working with leaders of industry within each of these supernodes. And in May this year, we undertook a survey of a number of CEOs across our supernode sectors. And that gave us an understanding of where the heads of some of our largest employers were at and the kind of things that they were looking for as they sought to employ young people into their industries. Now, what was really interesting here is when we spoke to those CEOs, what was clear is it's not actually the specific skills that they're after, but a number of attributes that they are looking for in their young workers. So 89% of their employers said that their businesses were expanding or staying stable over the next 6 months. Now that's really interesting because this is a post-COVID survey. So these employers were planning to bring new people into the workforce. But they said the types of skills that they were looking for were not the technical skills specific to their industry, but the number one priority for them was young people who are prepared to work as parts of teams. So teamwork was the greatest attribute that they were seeking. Strong verbal communication skills followed that, strong interpersonal skills, the ability to self-manage, the ability to problem solve. And it wasn't until I think number 5 or 6 on that list that they started to identify the specialist skills as being the attributes they required. Now, what this tells us is that our education system absolutely must be prioritising collaboration, teamwork, communication, the ability to work cross-sector and to pivot very, very quickly. So this must be the priority for our educators and for our young people as they develop the skills for the future. Really interesting too, if you look further down the list, things like computer literacy and basic IT skills didn't start to feature until the middle of the pack for these CEOs, because it is just assumed that this is a hygiene factor for people. This is just a base requirement, but the workers that will be set apart are those that are able to collaborate and work as part of teams.